London is a huge, busy city and it can be quite overwhelming visiting for the first time. So here are some travel tips to help you avoid making mistakes, save money and blend in better with the locals and get the best experience whilst in London. Let's start with the attractions and experiences. When is the best time to visit popular attractions? I'd strongly suggest arriving right when the place is open, or go in the evening when the crowds drop. Midday is always the worst time to visit any landmark or attraction. And try to avoid museums on weekday mornings. This is when they get the highest influx of school trips. What's the best way to book attractions? I'd strongly suggest booking tickets online, preferably on the attraction's official website. Timed entries also help plan your day with less waiting around. And definitely make sure you book before arriving. Big attractions like Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey and the London Eye regularly sell out months before you arrive, so secure your slot long before you get to London. Now, food and drinks. Avoid the tourist hotspots. Restaurants right next to landmarks, especially in Piccadilly Circus and the West End, charge more and serve below average food. Walk just a few minutes into local neighbourhoods like Soho, Shoreditch or Camden for much better food options. Pubs are great for food. Traditional pubs serve great British comfort food like pies, Sunday roast and fish and chips. They're cheaper, filling, and you'll get more of a local vibe, not a touristy restaurant. Plus many of the pubs serve up restaurant quality food anyway. When you find yourself in the pub, seat yourself to a table and order the food at the bar. Don't wait for staff to seat you. Find an open table, then order drinks and food at the bar. You'll get your food quicker and avoid the confusion most tourists face, unless there's a sign specifically asking you to wait to be seated. Tap water is free and safe to drink. London tap water tastes great and is tested daily. Just ask for tap water, staff legally can't refuse you. Etiquette and culture. Let's start with the escalator rules. Stand right and walk left. This is the biggest unwritten rule in London. Blocking the left will instantly annoy commuters, so just don't do it. Queuing is a massive part of British culture and Londoners love to organise a queue. Cutting in or crowding is seen as extremely rude, so whether it's at a bus stop or a shop, just join the line. Tipping isn't expected and isn't mandatory in the UK. If service charge is already added to your bill, you don't need to tip anything extra. If there's no service charge, 5-10% is more than enough. And if you don't want to pay the service charge, you don't have to. You can ask the server to remove it from your bill. Don't feel bad, I do this all the time, and it's not seen as rude. Politeness and chivalry go a long way. People say sorry constantly, even when someone else bumps into them. That's just our culture. I know it doesn't make much sense. Holding doors open, saying please and thank you really does make things so much smoother. Let's talk about getting around. By far, the best way to get around London is using the Underground. The tube is fast, effective, and reaches every part of the city. It's the best option when you need to cover long distances, and it's very simple to use, even for first-timers. You can pay for the Underground with a contactless debit or credit card. Your bank card or phone works instantly, no need to buy tickets. Just tap in and tap out. Try to avoid peak hours. Weekdays 7 till 9 am and 5 till 7 pm are extremely crowded. Trains fill to the point where you might not even get on the first one, and you'll definitely be face to face with other passengers. I personally use Apple Maps to navigate the Underground. It will tell me what line and train I need to get on, but most Londoners use the City Mapper app for routes and delays. For alternative transport, I'd recommend Uber over the black cabs. Uber is cheap, quick and convenient. However, if it's your first time to London, I definitely recommend getting in a black cab, purely just for nostalgia. The Thames Clippers, or the Uber boats, are also a nice, unique way to travel along the river and avoid traffic. It's convenient and scenic, especially at night. Another unique experience is the IFS cable car that takes you right over the Thames. Let's talk about the weather. Us Brits love talking about the weather. Always pack a raincoat or umbrella. Weather in the UK is unpredictable, so it's a smart idea to prep for all weather. Even a bright sunny day can turn into a rainy, miserable day within minutes. Layers are key as weather changes. Instead of a big coat, wear layers you can remove as the day warms up. London can go from chilly mornings to warm afternoons very quickly. Don't expect air conditioning in buildings. Many older buildings, cafes, and even hotel rooms don't have proper AC, and summers in London can get quite hot, so choose accommodation wisely. Now let's talk money and money saving tips. The currency here in the UK is the British pound. You could pretty much get by without cash in London, as most places are completely cashless now, so you can get by just using your card or phone contactless payments. There are loads of free attractions in London you should definitely take advantage of. For example, major museums are all free, like the British History Museum, the Natural History Museum, Victoria and Albert Museums, all free. And you can spend hours in all of these without paying a penny. Food in London can be cheaper if you stick to the food markets, like Borough Market, Camden Market and Spitalfields. They all offer high quality street food. You'll get fresher food than most chain restaurants, and it'll be a fraction of the price. I touched on this earlier, but definitely only use the underground for transport. Forget tourist hop-on, hop-off buses. They're slow and expensive. The tube will get you everywhere quickly, and it's the cheapest form of transport in London. Now let's shift to safety and scams. Most importantly, the emergency number here in the UK is 999. This connects you instantly to police, fire and emergency services. There's also 111 for non-emergencies. London being the capital of the UK means all of the government administration buildings are here. Therefore, if there's going to be a protest, it will be in very specific areas of London, such as Westminster, Trafalgar Square and Parliament Square. These often have protests that block roads and cause long delays. So check the news beforehand if you head into these areas to avoid getting caught up in all. The most common crime committed against tourists in London is theft, so watch your belongings. Use a zipped bag and keep your phone in your front pocket. Another thing that's quite popular here are thieves ride around on e-bikes and run up on people who have their heads in their phones and snatch it straight out of their hands. So be careful when using your phone whilst out in public. Typical tourist scams operate here in London. Don't accept the free bracelets, photos or petitions. They trap you into paying. Just keep walking and say no firmly. My last safety advice is just to keep your wits about you. London isn't any more dangerous than any other capital city in the world. Just don't do anything in London you wouldn't do in your home city. If you're unfamiliar with the area, stick to well-lit, well-known areas. All that being said, you really shouldn't hesitate about visiting London. It's a fantastic city and absolutely worth the trip. Crime against tourism is very low, and in all the years I've been going, I've never experienced anything that made me feel unsafe or uncomfortable. So don't worry and definitely come and enjoy London. And if you're planning a trip and want to explore the very best of the city, you can grab my custom-made London map. Carefully created with 150 unique icons, highlighting my favourite spots, from iconic museums and hidden gems, to street food markets and underground speakeasies. It's the ultimate locals guide at your fingertips. Just hit the link in the description below and get your copy. Finally, let me leave you with some practical information for your visit to London, starting with plugs. Here in the UK, we used plug type G, so bring the correct adapter. UK plugs are bulky and unique, and most hotels don't provide extras. Use luggage storages whilst exploring. Services like Stasher or Bounce let you drop bags in shops, hotels and cafes around the city. Perfect if you arrive early or late and need somewhere to leave your luggage while you explore the city. Public toilets are scarce, so use toilets in museums, big train stations or fast food places, or pubs if you buy a drink. If you need basic medication whilst here, you can purchase over-the-counter medicine from places like Superdrug and Boots. These shops are very common all across London. Important to mention that shops close early on Sundays, normally about 4 or 5 p.m. This surprises most tourists, so plan grocery or retail visits earlier in the day on Sundays. Well guys, that just about covers everything. If you have any questions, just comment below or add me on Instagram and send me a message. In my next video, I'll be giving you guys a full-length, complete guide to London, going through absolutely everything you can see and do in this fantastic city. So make sure you subscribe and stick around for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.